You're going to get divorced and pregnant back to back this fall. Cosmic Jackie proceeded to tell me as she read my tarot cards at her home office on South Broad Street in Philadelphia. It was almost exactly 4 years ago to the day when I received this prediction. If you so much as sneeze the wrong way, you're going to get pregnant, Jackie added. The reason I sought her expertise in the first place was because my husband and I had separated. And while it was clear, at least to me, that the next step was inevitably divorce, it was as if I needed to hear it from an external third party to make it real. But little did Jackie know that I had been completely celibate throughout the last 2 years of our separation and had zero interest of being physical with really anyone. So I chuckled and I rolled my eyes at this far-fetched notion. A month or so later, my husband and I finally agreed to meet and speak for the first time after 10 months with zero communication at all. It was on Father's Day. Bittersweet, considering I was reuniting with the man who I married with the intention of wanting him to father my children. I never mentioned meeting with Jackie. I let him do most of the talking. Turns out those 10 months he had been dating a girl who he had met in the bakery at Whole Foods. He must have liked their buns. He proceeded to ask me how I felt about polygamy. It was in that exact moment I felt the Most High's reassurance of what I was prepared to discuss with him. Divorce. An hour or so and a day or so later, we came to the mutual agreement that it was best that we proceed with filing. Sometimes you just know when you got to keep it moving. A couple months later, we went to the law firm together, signed the paperwork, left, even ate some yummy Armenian food together. Quite mind-boggling, considering we had not spent any time together in a year, other than the whole polygamy v. divorce conversation. What blew my mind more was what happened next. I never understood the concept of one last hurrah until then. All I could hear was Cosmic Jackie's voice saying, divorced and pregnant back to back this fall. I was like, yeah, no, absolutely the fuck not. So another month had passed during this time, and as fate would have it, I met someone when I least expected it. Crossing South Street, heading into a concert. We spoke for half the show, exchanged numbers, quickly became inseparable, went on 3 dates in 3 cities and states in 2 weeks. Even though my soon-to-be ex-husband had a girlfriend, I really did not feel right being with somebody until after the divorce was finalized. Then, shortly thereafter in September, I received my divorce decree. After being with my college sweetheart for 13 years, I was officially single again. A few days later, I allowed my new friend to visit. Apparently, after being with the same person that long, you forget certain things like your brain and condoms. So, full disclosure though, I had absolutely no intentions of moving that fast. We just simply could not resist each other. And just like that, my first time having sex in years. On the heels of a divorce, we created a miracle love child. Yes, folks, I got divorced and pregnant the same week. Seriously though, like who the fuck does that? Oh my sweet dear Lord. How was I to explain this to my friends, to my family, to work? I was the first director in their history since 1802 to get pregnant while on the job. A few months passed, and after leaving a business lunch, I see who but Cosmic Jackie crossing the street toward me. I could not believe it. I ran up to her and said, Jackie, look. I showed her my ringless finger and my growing belly and exclaimed, Jackie, look, I got divorced and pregnant this fall, back to back, just like you said. She looked at me quizzically, not even remembering saying that to me. And from the ring to the tummy, what a full circle moment. That was the last time I ever saw Cosmic Jackie. I sometimes imagine what it would have been like if I went back for another appointment. I wonder if she would have predicted what happened next. That my daughter's father would have to leave the country just days before she was born due to immigration issues, without the ability to return for a decade. That my employer would essentially try to push me out of becoming a single mom, resulting in me chucking up the deuces my first day back from maternity leave. That the city and home of 17 years would no longer serve me, catapulting me back home to the Jersey Shore to raise my daughter by myself while healing from all of this trauma. You see, folks, in 1 year, I ended up severing the major toxic relationships in my life, all of them. My midwives joke and say I've been through more life events in one pregnancy than any other patient they have ever had. The thing I had to learn myself without tarot cards or a psychic, but rather tuning into my own intuition, was how and when the fuck to keep it moving.